I think I would define what I'm doing as Grimes, in an overarching way. It's just a really independent project. Like, I oversee everything myself. I produce and engineer and write everything myself, and I do all the visual artwork. So I don't know, I guess it's kind of like a one-man show kind of thing. You're talking about a post-genre world. I really love genre. I feel like kind of being fluid between genres and working with genres is kind of awesome. It's like you don't really get post-genre without genre to begin with. So with my last album, I was like, I want to make some country music, and I'd never tried before. And I love that there's a mold and a method and a long lineage that I can learn from. I think that's really awesome. Biggest musical inspiration would be Trent Reznor, just because he produced Pretty Hate Machine by himself, or someone like Kate Bush. People who have done what I like to think that I'm doing. I think the reason I self-produce everything is just that I see myself as a producer. Originally way back in the day, I was trying to find vocalists because I don't think I'm as good at singing as I am at producing. But that's a little hard, especially when you're as controlling as I am, because I don't want to get someone to be like, okay, dedicate your whole life to my project and do exactly what I say all the time. So I don't know. I feel like I'm actually just a producer who has to sing because I can't find anyone to basically work full time for me. Essential gear: a wireless microphone, otherwise I'll twist my ankles. Something running Ableton and SP404 Roland samplers. Oh, and a TC Helicon looper pedal, or else I'd be fucked. Well, I illustrated the cover of my album. It was actually just a thing I'd started randomly in a sketchbook. But basically, I had just started integrating colors. I'd never really been colored before. I'd mostly just done line work. So it was actually one of the first drawings I'd ever attempted to color, and where it wasn't a complete mess. So I just sort of was like, oh, that's the cover, because it had colors on it, and my label was said they were willing to pay for a full color cover print. The video stuff is actually a later hobby for me. I started directing my videos just because I did one video with a director, like my first video, and it was just a nightmare experience, and we actually had people quitting on set and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is I don't want to risk this again, because it's obviously a video for an artist is probably one of the most hefty investments. So luckily I had a friend who was a DP who just let me direct my second video, and I just sort of kept going from there. But it's also, for me, probably one of the funnest parts, because it's one of the only parts of this job where I actually get to work with other people. Normally, when I'm working on music, I'm just sitting alone in a room. So when I'm directing, I'm working with, a DP, I'm working with the AD, I'm, working with all these people, and it's really nice for a change. I usually just make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs, and then just, it doesn't come together until way near the end. So I'm just in the, puking out material phase. I'm just making beats, making blah, just throwing stuff around, and I haven't yet settled on a deep vibe yet. I'm still working on where to go. I'm just sort of trying new stuff right now. Hey, this is Grimes, and you're watching GRAMMY Pro.